We're recording. He's
Cool.
back. He's been on here for 3 episodes. This is Haider, and he's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
Tell us about it, man. You got a show.
Yeah. So I'm scripting and I just filmed a pilot for the show I made called Art Club. It's coming out this Saturday. And yeah,
Oh,
hopefully a promo is gonna be coming out soon too.
I'm hype. You just gonna release it on the channel?
Yeah, I'm gonna release it on my YouTube channel, Instagram TV, Facebook. So
IGTVs. That's a smart move.
yeah, I'm gonna like spread it out across multiple platforms. So there's more eyes on it.
Yeah, dude. I'm hyped to see it, man. I've been watching your channel since the Blue Draft Studio days. Remember those days?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember your comments from those days too.
Yeah, dude. You did that with Finn and Motion or whatever his name was. Have
Yeah, yeah.
you,
We had the Movie Madness podcast for quite a while. We had it for a few months.
dude? That was a good show. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
working on something next year for a new kind of podcast. Don't want to speak too much about it yet, but there's
Oh,
lots of stuff coming about my channel next week.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
secret information. But who made the VHS intro for that? Because that's pretty iconic.
The VHS intro was I got an old VHS. I have an old VHS player in my house, and I remember specifically watching a Spider-Man 2 VHS tape on it a lot. Like
Oh,
I run, and one day my mum she recorded like Yoga for You over Spider-Man 2 on that tape. And
mm,
I could never watch Spider-Man 2 until so I just skipped to a train scene. But
damn,
yeah, I Finn actually edited it and then I edited it over it. So it was mine and Finn's basically collabed and made the intro.
dude. Yeah, dude. I just was like the episodes about like Harry Potter and Endgame. That was around the time Endgame came out.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely when Endgame came out, that's like when we were so hyped for Endgame.
Dude, I was in
We-
LA when that came out, and I saw it like the day before it came out.
Yeah.
It was
Whoa.
pretty big because I was like going to some film festival in LA or something. But
So cool.
yeah, dude, how's the production going? How'd you do that with COVID? Was it fluid or was it a bit difficult?
It was very rocky, if I'm being honest with you. It
Tom
was
Cruise?
so rocky, man. It was like usually a production can go like there'll be some hurdles you're gonna have to go through when you're just doing a film without COVID, especially an independent film with a small cast and like with no budget. But with this, we had like a small budget, and I was working with like mostly new people, and there was COVID. So I joined onto this new program in the UK. It's called basically I live in Yorkshire, and Yorkshire is not that represented in television and stuff. So there's a course on the program called Screen Yorkshire, and it's basically a course to help you get into screen industries.
So
And I
you got
met
a
a
lot of
few
help with
people.
this.
That's where I met some of the cast. So I spoke to some people, and they were happy to help me write it and be in it. So I was saying to them basically, so I wrote the script in November to December, start from there, and in that time I was convincing people to come onto the show. And once I convinced some people, I was telling them to like read their lines and change it to how they would say it, so
That's
it's
smart. That's good. I've been cuz certain people like they don't talk like you.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, some random actress that you never met is
Hmm.
probably going to look at a couple lines and be like, I would never say this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, I
that's
respect
happened to me
that
in the
type
past.
of
It's happened to me in the past when I made. Do you remember a movie made called Clockwork?
yeah.
Yeah, so I made when I wrote Mohsin's line, it was completely different to Finn's line. So it was very easy because those people I knew. So I could just say to them, just say like how you'd say it. But with these people, I don't know how they speak because I haven't met them before. So it was a bit more difficult in that sense. And then like we have tiers in the UK. Do you guys have tiers in America? Tiers.
Tears.
Coronavirus tiers.
Well, I know what a tier is like, but like what type of tier is it related to?
So there used to be 3 level of tiers. Now there's 4 levels of tiers in the UK.
Tiers of what though?
Restrictions like coronavirus restrictions. So
Oh, COVID restrictions.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's tier one, two, and three, and now there's a tier four because there's like a new version of coronavirus in London. So they're in a tier four.
COVID 20
Uh,
dropped.
but we're in tier three here in West Yorkshire.
So it depends on the area.
Yeah, it
So like
depends. So
downtown London probably is at 4.
yeah, definitely. They're like 4. So they're like basically locked down. And tier 3 is like lockdown, but like the malls open and stuff. And tier 2 is you can go into restaurants and things like that. And tier 1 is like almost normal. So it's like most of the
So
UK
let's
right
say
now is tier 2.
some town in the country. That's probably tier 1.
Sorry?
Some random town in the country, bit
Yeah.
northern from where you're at, probably is at tier 1.
hmm But there's not. I think there might be like one place in UK that's in tier 1 right now. It's mostly tier 3 and tier 2 right now.
Well, if we don't have tiers, but if I were to compare where I'm at to a tier, I'd probably say tier 2 here.
Yeah.
But really,
So
it
it's
really depends on the
expensive.
geographic area. Like, I went on vacation down south into South Carolina. Nobody wore masks, bro. 1 out of 4
Really.
people wore masks down
Oh
south. It
God.
was so weird because we're from like a northern area. We're like Philly area, very populated, very not urban, but like a lot of population, but still not urban. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people in our neighborhood, a lot of shopping centers, but everybody's it's very in and out. Like there's like if you're going somewhere, you're not settling. Like there's no takeout. It's all takeout food. Barely any sit down places.
Are you
But
guys like allowed to eat in restaurants, something like that, like eat in?
there's a lot of restaurants and stuff. Like I work, it's mainly like where all the store malls are, and shopping centers are. But um,
hmm
a lot of good food and shit where I'm at.
Cool.
But did you have a
Yeah.
Tom
For the
Cruise?
tiers.
What?
Sorry. So I was explaining the tiers about them. The reason I was explaining was because they changed halfway through production.
Yeah.
So we were expecting to go to tier 2, but we didn't get into tier 2. We stayed in tier 3. So a few people dropped out like a
Dang.
week or two before. They were like, well, if it's not safe. So I had to like improvise and all this kind of stuff. Especially like I'll tell you one thing. There's a scene that takes place in a kitchen in an art club, and I had it like planned out. And stupidly, I didn't have a plan B. Even though there's coronavirus in my head, I should have just
You were talking about a kitchen scene.
yeah, okay. So there's a kitchen scene. Are we recording still? Are you gonna start?
Oh, I didn't even stop the recording.
Oh,
Like it
cool.
was just like 2 minutes, so I'll just
I'll just go back into it.
yeah.
There's a kitchen scene, and we had a showroom, so we were gonna just film it into a showroom because of COVID and stuff. And the guy who owned the showroom, one day before filming, literally one day, we were gonna film on Friday, and on Thursday night, I heard he had COVID.
Ah,
So like, damn, woman. I think it was Wednesday night actually. So I had the whole day, and so I was just scrambling, and then eventually, like, so lucky, like my auntie was like, "Yeah, fine, you can use my kitchen. She has a pretty nice kitchen." So I was finding somebody who has a decent kitchen because my kitchen is like it's not very good to look at. So yeah, so then we got to film in there, and that's like just an example of how like COVID just messed it up. And another example is we had such a short amount of time to film. I only could film for 2 days.
I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Can't hear you.
All right, so yeah, dude, in like 30 years, dude, or if some like young kid comes up to you and is like, I'm a bit scared to film. I don't know if I want to film. You're gonna tell him this, and you're gonna be like, you don't know how hard we had it, kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
just because you can.
yeah, dude, just do it. Like, I just interviewed a filmmaker, the Michael Matteo Rossi guy. He's got a couple films out, like, and he's in Hollywood and stuff. And he was like, in the middle of July, he made a movie, but he was like, he was a bit skeptical. He was like, maybe I should wait, and he was like, no, I'm just gonna go, like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do it. And he's got this, like, he's worked with pretty big people, but like not huge people, like just like small actors in like Casino and Office Space,
Mhm.
like like just small, but like he's pretty indie, but still though I respect him for that. Like
Yeah, that's definitely worth it because he's risking it because it's just worth the risk, isn't it?
it's risky to even get a job.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten like 2 jobs over quarantine, like,
Mhm.
and it's just like full send. You know what I mean? Just full send. Um, and you just seem like you've done a lot in quarantine and stuff like that, you got that I'm from Bradford, which I really respect, that sort of docuseries. What made you want to make that though? Like,
That docuseries. Um, I wanted to get to know more artists in my area, and I thought this was a good excuse to do it. And I wanted to, I
yeah.
wanted to make something that looked better than I did before too. Same with this, like with our club, I rented a camera for the first time, a Black
Ooh.
Magic Ursa Mini. So this is gonna be the first thing that I'm gonna post that's in 4K too. Because I've shot in 4K before, but I always post in 1080p. But this is gonna be something that like it was ProRes and like I could color grade it and everything properly. So this art club thing is gonna look a lot better than my previous work. And that's one of the reasons that I'm from Bradford, because I haven't shot anything before that. I didn't shoot anything with like proper lighting and things. So with that, I used lighting and everything, and then I could meet different artists, and it was just a good experience in that sense. That's why I did it, to meet people.
Yeah, dude. Like, and I just respect the whole local artist thing. You also, the you had Tala in it, right? If that's how you pronounce his name. And
Yeah,
how was he involved with Art Club? Because I saw him in the little behind the scenes pictures. I'm interested
yeah.
to hear about
So
that.
he's got a main role in art club.
Oh snap!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna be this guy called Ahmed in it, and yeah, he's got quite a funny role.
dude. And he's good at piano. You know what I mean? Like he's real inclined musically, I'd say.
Yeah, he's very, very talented.
Yeah, dude. Like
If you see his Instagram page, he's got so many like covers and things like that. They're like
you done a
awesome.
couple videos for him, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've filmed for him before and like seen it in person. And you should, yeah, I'd encourage your viewers to like go to his Instagram page at Del Hasta and just watch some of his covers because they're awesome. Especially if you like stuff like Bollywood and stuff like that. He does lots of Bollywood type covers.
Maybe I'll interview him or something. You never know. I like to interview me some musicians. You might have
Yeah,
seen that.
I have
Um,
seen that.
yeah, dude. It's just like I've been interviewing. The reason I've been making a lot of my content music oriented as compared to when I first started my channel is because there's not a lot of movies coming out. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. I
Yeah,
mean, there is coming soon. There is some coming soon, but like, I still do
nothing.
videos about movies, but it's so you really gotta dig to find one.
Hmm.
Like, you gotta check out the directory of like movies coming on Netflix or Amazon. Like, you can't just go to I can go to the theater, but like, you know what I mean. I wouldn't want to go every week.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
only
And there's
probably
nothing
gone
even
three
coming out that's
times.
worth going to the theaters. You know what I mean? There's nothing worth it except I think Wonder Woman's coming out next week. Well, not even next week. Like in a
Friday,
few days. Yeah, Friday.
dude. It's weird though. Christmas is on a Friday. It's really unusual. Like,
Next week is New Year's. That's
thank
that's
God,
crazy.
man, dude. Yeah, dude. Did you hear that whole thing where everybody thought that yesterday there was gonna be like everybody's gonna get superpowers or something? The
What?
2020, the December 21st end of the
I
world
heard
thing.
about the conjunction thing. The planets aligning. I didn't
Whatever
hear
that
about
means.
super.
That's like some like shitty disaster movie type of
I
stuff.
never heard anything about what you're saying.
It's just like, yeah, those like people. Those little urban legends, you know what I mean? Anyways,
Yeah, yeah. Anyways,
yeah. So, did you have a Tom Cruise style breakdown on set, or was everything smooth?
no, I didn't have any Tom Cruise. Did you see that video? That video was so funny. Oh my
Yeah.
god. People quit after that video came out. Did you hear about that? A lot of people quit afterwards.
Damn.
Yeah. I was kind of on his side, like I can understand the amount of pressure he's under, but it's still you need to be more professional with the way you talk to people. But yeah, I can
Yeah.
still understand why he's going from there.
But the thing is, though, is he's like, they're sort of an example for people, and they could really have like if one person gets the disease, they could pull the plug like that. And I feel like it's because they were shooting in Atlanta. Like, I heard about this. They were shooting in Atlanta, and
Yeah.
during the night, a couple crew members went out partying in like a nightclub in Atlanta or
Really?
something like that.
Damn. What
I
the
don't
hell?
know. I feel like,
I didn't hear about that. I didn't know why he was shouting at him. I just heard him shouting at him. I thought they were like hugging on set or something. I
yeah,
don't know what happened.
yeah. So I assume you saw
So
the last Mandalorian episode.
no, but I did see the clip. I saw the clip.
Oh, Okay, never mind. Never mind. You know.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I saw it. I might even rewatch it just because, dude.
I need to start watching the Mandalorian. I haven't started watching it just because I don't know. It seemed like it was a bit slow. I watched the pilot.
The thing is about it though, is what I respect is that people that never seen Star Wars movies love the show.
Really?
Like I've noticed that, like from people at work or
Yeah.
something, like they just watch it and they're like, I haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies. I don't really want to, but The Mandalorian's awesome. Like, and it's just like
Because
good
it's
for
so you
you,
don't
man.
need.
You don't gotta watch all the movies. Like, if you enjoy what you want to enjoy, because
You
it's
feel like
like
with the movies you have to watch all of the previous movies to understand them, don't you? But with the Mandalorian, it's so like a separate thing. It's its own thing.
very separate. Also,
Bill Burr's in it too, isn't he? He's in some scenes.
who?
Bill Burr.
Yeah, and Boba Fett's in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bill Burr he's a really good character, and he has a really good episode in the new season that like really.
Is he in it quite a lot, or is he in it like?
He's
Do
only
you
in
have
like
like?
2 episodes.
But do you have like a main role, or is he like an extra?
No, it's like really important, like to the series. He's like that one guy that shows up that really helps everybody,
Oh,
but he's
cool.
also pretty funny. So yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's one of the reasons I want to watch it because I love me some Bill Burr.
you're a real fan of a lot of comedians.
Yeah, yeah.
So which
Yeah.
comedians are you a fan of?
Bill Burr, like as I said, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer. I like most of them really, just top ones. All I
Yeah.
wouldn't know. I don't know what my favorite is. I'd say Dave Chappelle's the most intellectual and like he makes me laugh a lot. But I really like Bill Burr like a lot. I think he's my favorite out of all of them.
In terms of people who like I watch their stand up, like let's throw away the podcast for now
Hmm.
because let's just I would want to get in what podcast you like, but so in terms of like people that I watch stand up that are funny, like Bill Burr has a lot of good ones. Louis C.K. despite the controversy, very
He,
funny.
yeah, he's very intelligent as well, Louis CK.
Yeah, and uh, Joey Diaz,
Joey Diaz is hilarious. Yeah,
yeah,
I've not seen him stand up, but he's hilarious on his podcasts.
yeah, stand up's all right, but George Carlin, George Carlin.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention any of the classics. George Carlin, Bill Hicks, Eddie Murphy. Do you know
Yeah,
who Bill
those
Hicks
that
is?
older generation's pretty good, but out of all the older generation, I had to say George Carlin's really up there because he just offers some point of view that's really like shocking to like either a conservative or like someone who doesn't think outside the box. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And he was like the intellectual comedian of his day, wasn't he?
Yeah, I like. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like I'm an intellectual, but I like
No, no, but yeah,
intellectual comedians because they offer something different
yeah, a different perspective.
as opposed to what do they say? As opposed to like, you ever heard of? You know what I mean? Like, you ever heard of
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that
yeah. I know what
bullshit?
you mean.
Like, I like Jerry Seinfeld, but like, it's always the same
He's a classic
shit.
example, isn't he? Yeah.
It's like you ever see someone not wash their hands in the bathroom? Like, no, it's not really that funny. Like what Dave Chappelle is like, he makes fun of like white people, and I love that. I don't care. I don't care. You know, whatever. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Chappelle Show or whatever it's called?
Yes, I had it. I had the whole series downloaded before. I loved it when I watched it the first time. I watched
Joe
it in
Rogan showed
2017.
up on one episode
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the middle of the
he was in a
street
Fear
or
Factor
something.
episode, wasn't he? Yeah, they like made fun of Fear Factor on it.
He was on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, yeah, with Donald.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it's quite
Don L's
funny.
funny, but like
Yeah, Donald's quite funny as well. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, he's funny, but like occasionally like the really good guests, he always shows up with them and like interrupts, and it's like
yeah, yeah. He
like
does that occasionally.
they had the RZA on, who was like the Wu-Tang Clan the rap group leader,
Yeah.
and but he's funny though. I'll give him that.
Uh-huh.
But
He's quite funny in The Breakfast Club. There's a show called The Breakfast Club.
Charlemagne,
Yeah, yeah. Daniel's on there a lot, and it's quite funny on there.
dude, Charlemagne's a real funny. I feel like Charlemagne would be a really good comedian because he's so weird.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I feel like he could be. I mean, he does write. He has his own books, so
yeah,
he
dude.
could.
But he's weird though. Like he had like J Lo was on the show, and when
And
J Lo left, he
yeah,
sniffed the chair.
he did
Come
it in
on,
front of
man.
her. I think she came back another time and did it in front of her. Told her.
Yeah, he told her after. It's just like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Like, all right, tell me about like though. Like, I mean, it's gonna be out soon, but do you have like could you give us a small little synopsis about what Art Club is about though?
Cool. Yeah. So it's coming out December 26th, 12 p.m. That's the date and time I put out. So crossing my fingers, should be out by then. And as for a synopsis, I'll just put it up right now and I'll let you know.
Yeah, just fucking yeah.
Alright, okay. Art Club explores the relationships of a group of friends in an after-school art club. The environment is just a place for crazy creative people to get together, and the art club is just a kind of hangout space anybody goes to hang out after school. The goal of the series is to be a warm comfort show, and this episode should establish the vibe between each of the characters and the cozy vibe of the art room. And I want to show how Christmas is celebrated also in different cultures and households, because a lot of different cultures that are sat down in the art club. I want them to talk to each other about how different the Christmases are. I just thought that'd
So
be
it's
interesting.
very set now. That's
Yes.
good though. Like, it's like almost kind of like Napoleon Dynamite, Breakfast Club, and a little dose of something else. That like your the little cultural themes you got going on, which we get that here, like that cultural explanations in shows. Like I just watched a really great show called Grand Army on Netflix,
Really
which
good.
showcased a
Mm,
lot of like information about different people's cultures and schools and stuff like that.
yeah,
So I'm hype. I'm
cool.
hype, man.
I can't wait
Um,
for you to see it.
what?
I can't wait for you to see it, man. It's like I feel like it's one of the best things I've done.
Oh, I'll review it on my podcast, of course.
I'm thinking of doing when it comes out. I'm trying to figure out the best time to do it for everybody, but I might do like a type of premiere. So I'll make it a premiere and tell everybody what time it is, and like so people can like spam the comments and things like that. So like everybody watch at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's probably gonna make me even more nervous because more people will be watching it with me. But
Yeah.
today I really want to do that. I want everybody to watch it at the same time, but it's gonna be quite hard to do that.
Dude, you should have a little like Zoom call after it comes out with all the actors and crew members or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing a podcast after, just to talk about
Yeah.
all of the difficulties, and just all the stuff we went through.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure, man. That would be cool to see on the channel. But tell us, I want to hear about the differentiation between Blue Draft Studios and your current channel, which is just your name, just Haider. Why the change, and what's the difference between the old and the new channel?
okay, cool. So when I first made the channel, it was called Wandering Stars, and the reason it was like late 2017, and the reason it was called that was because I was planning on animated film. I didn't realize how hard it was gonna be, but I was like really like making an animated film because I was really into a series called Gravity Falls. Have you heard of it? Gravity Falls. There's a show called Gravity Falls. Have you heard of it now? Anyways,
Gravity Falls, yeah.
yeah, I watched it and I was super into it, and I really wanted to make an animated series. So I called mine Wandering Stars because that's what the show was gonna be called, and then I quickly changed it to Blue Giraffe Studios because I got really into film after that, and I really wanted to make movies, and I was like, Blue Giraffe Studios, that's gonna be my studio. Like I'm gonna get lots of people to make films, and it'll be under Blue Giraffe Studios. But then after a while, that didn't really happen, and I started making video essays and things as well instead. And then after that, Movie Madness came out, and we started doing podcasts,
Where was
and
that
we
filmed
slowly
though?
started to talk about. Sorry.
Where was Movie Madness filmed?
So there's a place right next to my house, like up the road. about 10 minutes away, called BCB, and I live in Bradford, and it's called Bradford Community Broadcast. So it's like the local Bradford radio station, and it's just free to use, and they're like a community space, or like a free radio station to use. So we just went inside, and we got DSLRs, like cameras from my college. So Finn would carry a camera, and I would carry a camera and a tripod, and he would carry a camera and a tripod, and then he would come on a bus, and I would come on a bus too to my house, and then bring it over, and then we would record them, and then he would give me his SD card, and I'd edit it at home. Anyways, I did that for a while, and then after Movie Madness finished, and like halfway through actually, we started making short films, and I thought, Blue Studios is just not the right name if I want to do more things other than film, like if I want to talk about vlogs or things like that. So I just called it Haider, so that it's me. So like anything that I'm interested in will be on this channel, rather than just film and TV or whatever. So that's the long version of the answer you're looking for.
Yeah, well, we gotta know, man. We gotta know. This is for the history books. Yeah, dude. Y'all had some really good chemistry, and it really just takes me back to like the time when I started the channel, because I feel like you still kind of did it a little bit before when I was doing my channel, but it was like, I don't know, it just takes me back to when I didn't know shit about shit, and now I know so much things. Like, sometimes I'm not trying to sound like intellectual, but I know so much about like YouTube, and I've had this amount of guests. Sometimes it's like gets boring, and I like to go back to a point where I didn't know anything, like just because like you had that sort of feeling, or like you didn't have like I don't know, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Like a year ago, did you really think you would finish like a pilot? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like sometimes I go back to that time when I didn't know anything. I was like, it wasn't so bad, but then again, I'm still glad I'm able to get guests, and what I've been noticing is that the more I do things is like the faster it happens. Like in July, when I wanted someone to be on my show, it was like, I don't know if they're gonna show up. I was so like stressful and shit like that. But now it's just like, all right, here we go, let's go. It's out. Another one. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what's gonna happen with your filmmaking and your channel. And I just hope everything
really
goes.
good, like that mindset that you have now, because you just keep looking forward and keep doing more and more stuff, because then that way, like, you just have more content at the end of the day, and that's just more experience, and it's better for you.
Yeah, dude, and I like the thing about what you're doing though on your channel is you're showing love to the hometown. You know what I mean? I don't know if you were born there, but like you're very open about the Bradford creative community. And I've never been there. I don't know anything about Bradford, but like I respect that. Like, a lot of people have a lot of hate for their hometown. Like, I used to hate living where I live, and now I'm realizing there's a lot of people like me, a lot of creative people, as compared to when I didn't know anything,
I was back in 2017 when I was first making stuff. I was like that, like exactly like that. Like, I was waiting to go to university and like move to Manchester. Like, I really wanted to just get out of the area because there was nothing going on here. Like, everything's happening in Leeds. So there's Bradford, and next up to Bradford is Leeds. And Leeds has lots of independent studios and lots of opportunities and things. And whenever you're looking for jobs in the media industry, there's Leeds and Manchester. Still today, like, there's not much opportunity in Bradford. But then I realized that instead of running away from the problem, like, just put some more like eyes on it, and like try to find more people instead of like trying to run away from it. Like, dig deeper and see if like maybe there's something here, like, I'm not that like hidden gems and like other artists. That's why I did, like, I'm from Bradford, like finding other artists in Bradford and things. But I thought like I was the only one in Bradford that wanted to do media, but there's so many people that like I was just not. I was very naive back then.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same thing. But old that person, like, yeah, dude, I'm just starting to appreciate where I'm from, and I feel like people got to do that more. They got to, like, if there's nothing going on, make something go on. You know what I mean? Make there be this, and this happening. You know? Make it happen. I'm not... And it's like, people don't like to hear that because all the motivational speakers say that, but if it didn't work, they would stop saying it. It fucking works to say, like, make it happen or just do it, because if they keep saying it, it probably works. You know what I mean?
It does work. I think it works.
Like those Gary V videos. Like, it's annoying, but, like, it's true. You know what I mean? And those Gary V, or whatever, who else is motivational? I don't know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So what other podcasts are you a fan of?
Well, I listen to Joe Rogan, listen to Gary Vee sometimes, listen to Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast, listen to Tom Segura and his wife's Your Mom's House podcast. I listen to quite a few. Jordan Peterson's podcast, listen to David Goggins. Quite a few people.
Nice. I feel like we covered it all, man. I feel like we covered a good amount. We got to the 30-minute mark.
Yeah. Cool.
Links below to everything. What?
I hope you got everything you needed. I might send you. Do you want me to send you some stills?
Some early footage?
Not footage exactly. I haven't rendered anything out yet, but like some stills.
Yes. For the thumbnail.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about the thumbnail, but you could use it whilst I'm talking about it because it's not very eye-catching. But I'll just email you.
Yeah, just email that email back. I'm gonna stop recording in a second. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and links below to Haider's social medias and YouTube. Thanks for watching.